Come to the zoo, it's what we do. Always walk back. Come to the zoo, it's what we do. Always walk back. Always walk back. Come to the zoo, it's what we do. Always walk back. There's plenty to tell you with Jack's Animal Fun Facts. Jack's Animal Fun Facts. Jack's Animal Fun Facts. Hi, everybody. Good to see you again. And it's been quite a beautiful whole day here after a good rainstorm as well.
Jack, do you have a special rainforest animal to share about today?
I sure do. Today, I'm going to tell you about a special creature, which is what I was very curious about, a Sifaka lemur. There are about 103 lemurs, different kinds of lemurs, and they live right here on the island of Madagascar. Is that where they live? Yep, this African island in Madagascar. Where's that? Madagascar is an island off the coast of Africa. But not all lemurs are from here. What do you mean? Well, that's a funny thing you should ask. Not all lemurs from here. At one point, lemurs lived almost all around the world. But now they live right here on the island. Really? It's true. Here, I'll show you. This is what it looked like at one point. At one point, lemurs lived all over the world. Europe, Asia, North and South America. But there's one little thing here. While there are lemurs also in Africa, they also live together with another animal as a primate, monkeys. But monkeys were smarter and more aggressive and try to outcompete them. The lemurs had to stand up to them until one day the lemurs in Africa left the island, and so do all the other lemurs, to this island. The lemurs free from monkeys.
So they multiplied and evolved into the many different kinds of lemurs on Madagascar today.
That's and now how they depend on us here. Lemurs really need to be protected. Is that why? Oh, yes. There's an amazing thing here you should know about Sifakas. The Sifaka lemur it's also its name from its distinctive hiccup call. That's what he said.
Sifakas, who get their name from that distinctive hiccup call.
Sifa. That's my Sifaka call. What do you think the Sifakas are doing? They're scent marking by rubbing the trees. How do they do that? Lemurs have scent glands on their wrists and neck, and it leaves a smell to let other Sifakas know where they live. So if any troop wanders on someone's turf, they just have to pass through. No, they don't want any trouble. Is that where lemurs live? Endemic, that's what. That means they live in one place. If you think that's something, you might need to know there are about 9 different kinds of Sifakas. 9? Oh, yes. Here's a golden crowned Sifaka. Because of the orangey mark on his head. One of the discovered new lemurs. Discovering new species, to be exact. Here's another, a Vonderdecken Sifaka. It's white, but beautiful. Lemurs aren't cats, squirrels, or animals. They're actually primates. Primate? Primate is the correct name for all monkeys and apes. And did I mention lemurs? Yeah, it's a little bit. let me see if I can elaborate what being a prime is all about. Then this is no monkey business.
All primates have in common.
Well, they all have arms and legs. They could stand or sit up straight if they need to, and their hands come in handy when it comes to grab stuff. Just like me here. Oh, and don't forget one handy primate trait: opposable thumbs. Opposable means they can use their thumbs to help their hands hold things and pick things up. It's try holding something without using your thumb. It's harder. All primates except humans have opposable toes on each foot. It's great for picking up socks. They also come in pretty footy for just hanging around, especially in trees. Another thing what primates have in common is that primates are very intelligent. You know the word that means smart? One of the smartest animals around. Yeah, who's testing who? Another thing what primates have in common: primates don't have eyes on the sides of their heads like those zebras. Nope, they have eyes front for faces, like me. And here's the best part. That's something what they all have in common. Last but not least, primates are social animals. They're always around friends and family. Now do you know that? Is that so? Here's another one. The Piraeusophaca. It's black. Ink one. Ooh, a silky one. They're one of the small. He's cuddly, but swift. Are those the only lemurs phacas here? Not only. There's more where that came from. Now let me see. Now, what were you saying about endemic species? Well, here's some examples. Here, lemurs are not the only animals. Here's the lemurs. There are about 80 kinds of chameleons that live here. There's the vangas. They're birds that live here. And tenrecs, a family of insectivores. That means insect-eating mammals. Well, insectivore mammals here. What are the other kinds you got here? Well, let me show you. They live in different rainforest habitats. Here's the diadem Siphoca lemur, one of the most colorful and the largest lemurs. One of the largest indeed. Gray, black, white, and orange. And here's the Simpuna Siphoca. It's also known as the Maline Edwards Siphoca. Yep, that's what it's also called. He's some brown and black, red eyes, and a patch of fur on his bottom that is white. But they're very social indeed. And of course, with lemur troops here, each lemur troop is led by one alpha female. You could say that makes her the Mrs. President of the gang. May I remind you that there are two lemurs that look similar but different? This here is a Baroque Siphoca. I could show you how it's spelled, but here it is. The Baroque Siphoca. You could tell it's a Baroque Siphoca by white fur and brown cap on his head. But the very first Siphoca I noticed here was this one, the cockerel Siphoca. And whatever their size and color and shape, they're all really cool, and they're all very endangered. They need our help and protection to survive. Was there a certain cockerel Siphoca you know, Jack? There sure is. I sure know this one. There was a very young Siphoca lemur who lives in the rainforest, Madagascar, with his family. And in Carolinas, one day, Well, let me tell you all about it. And he's famous here. The legend of the famous Sifaka lemur. It all began here here in the state of Carolina. This is really north of Southern. There are two people who are walking through the woods. One is blue and the other is green. These two are my favorite and the greatest, best animal experts in the world. Not to mention, I am the best animal expert, world's greatest animal expert in my family. Who are they? Allow me to introduce themselves. They're the Krat brothers. This one's Chris, and this one's Martin. They just spotted that young lemur who was hopping along. He loves to leap around. They decide to follow him. All the animals were just coming down to follow them, and they arrived at a special place called Animal Junction. Yep. And made all kinds of animal friends there. Yeah. Walking through the woods one day, Chris and Martin saw something strange. A little leaping lemur who liked to bounce and play. They followed their new bouncing friend, not knowing what this adventure and the animals were heading up just around the bend. Where are they going? I don't know. How do we get there? Come on, let's go. Me and you and Zabooma Boo. Come along and see what's new. We're doing the things that animals do. New animal friends to see. Animal Junction's the place to be. Animals charge. The booze leaping. Wild dogs run. Nobody sleep. Me and you and Zabooma Boo. Come along and see what's new. We're doing things that animals do. Me and you and Zabooma Boo. Come along and see what's new. At Animal Junction, we're waiting for you. That's him. Zaboomafoo is his name, but you can call him Zabu for short. Like some of the other animals, he's a good friend of mine, and he's very funny. So what do Sifaka lemurs eat? That's easy. Sifaka lemurs spend most of the day up in the trees. There, they like to eat leaves, fruits, flowers, nuts, which is what they eat. What about the leaping on the ground? I'm glad you asked. Sifaka lemurs don't walk on their hind legs like humans do. No, they just leap along sideways. It's how they get around on the ground. But they don't stay down there for long. So they leap around up in the trees. How do they get around like that? Let me demonstrate a little. I think it's time for a little demonstration. Oh, pardon me. Farouk Sfakas do that funny head bob as a way of expressing curiosity. Curious as me here. Wait, here's how it works. He spots a vertical trunk to cling on. Then he leaps from tree to tree, pushing off with his hind legs, twists in the air, and grabs on. Yep. In fact, they can leap 30 or 17 feet in a single bound, which is how they're very maneuverable, especially to escape predators like Fusas. Don't worry, they won't mess with humans, and they're way out they escape. There's power in numbers and evasive maneuvers. Is that all here? Besides the leaping part, look at the Sifaka lemur's arm. They have stretchy skin, which makes them like a glide swiftly when they do a big leap here. It works like a mini parachute. Stretchy skin on the arms. Like my sweatshirt. That sure is Mangatsika. That's what Zabu says. So they shake their heads when they're curious? Here, I'll show you. They sure know how to shake their head here. Is that head shaking their head is what they. Yeah, I'm doing it too. There's more of them. Savakas live in big families called troops. The babies hold on to their mothers. In fact, they do that without being told or what to do while holding on tight. How come? Because they're not ready to learn how to leap around yet. Well, the troop members have to teach the young ones everything they need the lemur ways. Lemur society, I've got pretty used to it. And I could tell you that it was quite a story. The rest, if I shared that,